Hello everyone, and welcome to this journey through time. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history of East versus West. It's a tale as old as civilization itself, a dance between contrasting ideologies, cultures, and worldviews. From the Cold War's stark division of the globe to the ancient philosophies of yin and yang, the interplay between East and West has shaped our world in profound ways. Think back to the aftermath of World War II. The planet found itself split into two blocks, the capitalist West championing democracy and the communist East promoting socialist ideals. Each side viewed the other with suspicion, even hostility. The West condemned the East as totalitarian, while the East denounced the West as fascist. Perspective, it seems, is everything, but like yin and yang, these seemingly opposing forces share a deeper connection. Just as the yin-yang symbol features a dot of white within the black and black within the white, so too do elements of each system exist within the other. Capitalism thrives on competition, yet relies on social cooperation. Communism strives for equality, yet often grapples with individual freedoms. It's a delicate balance, a constant push and pull that has driven much of human history. The East-West dichotomy is just one lens through which to view this intricate tapestry. What if we looked beyond simplistic labels? Consider the vibrant hues of our planet, the lush greens of forests, the golden yellows of steppes, the deep blues of oceans. These colors offer a more fundamental truth. History, like nature, moves in patterns. The Vedic tradition speaks of four yugas, or epochs, from a golden age to Kali Yuga, a dark age of ignorance. Yet there's hope within this cyclical view. Each cycle offers a chance for renewal. The Heartland Theory posits geopolitical power from control of Eurasia. This dynamic played out in ancient Greece and between the British and Russian empires. This interplay between land and sea is a fundamental rhythm in history. Nowhere is this intricate interplay of cultures and ideologies more evident than in Germany. Situated at the heart of Europe, Germany has long been a crossroads of civilizations, a melting pot of Germanic, Slavic, and Viking influences. Its history is a complex tapestry woven from threads of conquest, migration, and cultural exchange. From the Roman Empire's expansion to the great migrations that followed its fall, waves of people and ideas have washed over the German lands. The Huns, forerunners of the Mongols, swept across Eurasia, leaving their mark on the genetic and cultural landscape. The Franks, Burgundians and Vandals, Germanic tribes themselves, established kingdoms, further blending bloodlines and traditions. This constant mixing, this fusion of cultures, is what makes Germany, and indeed all of Europe, so fascinating and complex. The story of modern Germany begins with a yearning for unity. Germanic tribes existed as separate entities, their destinies intertwined yet distinct. The struggle against the Magyars ignited the first sparks of a shared German identity. Victorious on the battlefield, these tribes began to coalesce. This nascent identity wasn't solely forged in conflict. It was shaped by the assimilation of Slavic peoples and Viking seafarers. The Holy Roman Empire marked a turning point, solidifying the notion of a German nation. The seeds of division, however, were sown early on. The Reformation, sparked by Martin Luther's challenge to papal authority, cleaved Germany along religious lines. The North embraced Protestantism, while the South remained largely Catholic. This religious divide, often mirroring political and economic differences, would continue to shape German identity for centuries to come. The rise of Prussia in the 18th century further complicated the German story. This militaristic kingdom, centered in what is now northeastern Germany and Poland, challenged the traditional power structures of the Holy Roman Empire. Prussia's emphasis on military strength and centralized authority stood in stark contrast to the more liberal, decentralized traditions of other German states. This tension between Prussian authoritarianism and broader German liberalism would have profound consequences for the nation's future. The Napoleonic Wars, which engulfed Europe in the early 19th century, brought both devastation and a renewed sense of German nationalism. Napoleon's conquests shattered the Holy Roman Empire, but also awakened a desire for a unified, independent German state. This desire found expression in the burgeoning Romantic movement, which celebrated German language, culture, and history. The official narrative of Napoleon's triumph, however, raises intriguing questions. How could an army reliant on foot and horse-drawn supply lines conquer such vast distances and overcome seemingly insurmountable odds? Some speculate that the true history of this era, like many chapters of the past, remains shrouded in mystery. Could it be that the technology of the time was more advanced than we're taught? Were there hidden forces at play, shaping events from the shadows? Such questions, while speculative, challenge us to examine accepted narratives with a critical eye. History, after all, is often written by the victors. Consider the architectural marvels of the 17th century. Many buildings from this period feature ground-level windows and entrances that appear strangely small, as if several stories have been buried beneath the earth. Was there a cataclysmic event, a flood or mudslide perhaps, that reshaped the landscape and forced a reimagining of urban design? These anomalies, these glimpses into the forgotten corners of history, remind us that our understanding of the past is always incomplete. There are secrets buried beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed and challenging us to reconsider everything we thought we knew. This brings us to the colors of Germany, a nation often associated with black, red, and gold. These colors, while deeply symbolic, also carry a certain weight. Black evokes somberness, even mourning. From Prussian uniforms to the Iron Cross, black shadows German history. But what if we embraced a wider spectrum of colors? The lush greens of Bavarian forests, the golden yellows of wheat fields, and the vibrant blues of the Baltic Sea. Imagine a flag capturing the full spectrum of the German experience. The end of World War II left Germany in ruins, both physically and psychologically. The horrors of the Nazi regime, the devastation wrought across Europe, cast a long shadow over the German people. The burden of guilt, of responsibility for unimaginable atrocities, weighed heavily on their collective conscience. The victorious Allies, determined to prevent a repeat of such horrors, imposed harsh penalties on Germany. The country was divided, its economy shattered, its people left to grapple with the weight of their past. Yet, amidst this darkness, a glimmer of hope emerged from an unexpected source: forgiveness. While the Western Allies, particularly the United States, remained wary of Germany's potential for resurgence, the Soviet Union, bearing its own scars from the war, took a different approach. Recognizing the shared humanity of both victor and vanquished, the Soviets extended a hand of reconciliation, acknowledging the suffering endured by the German people and paving the way for the eventual reunification of East and West Germany. This act of forgiveness, of recognizing the possibility of redemption even in the face of unspeakable horrors, stands as a testament to the power of empathy and understanding. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit has the capacity for compassion and renewal. However, the geopolitical landscape of the post-war world was far from simple. The Cold War, that ideological struggle between East and West, cast its long shadow over Germany. The country, divided by an iron curtain, became a pawn in a larger game of power politics. The United States, eager to contain the spread of communism, saw Germany as a bulwark against Soviet influence. The Marshall Plan, a massive aid program, helped rebuild the West German economy, tying it closely to the capitalist West. NATO, a military alliance formed to counter the Soviet threat, further solidified Germany's place in the Western camp. But these alliances, while offering protection and economic opportunity, also came with strings attached. Germany, still bearing the stigma of its past, found its autonomy constrained, its destiny intertwined with the ambitions of global superpowers. The United States in particular maintained a significant military presence in Germany, a constant reminder of the country's subordinate position. This dynamic, this interplay of power and influence continues to shape Germany's role in the world today. Balancing its own interests with the expectations of its allies, Germany walks a tightrope, navigating the complexities of international relations in a world still grappling with the legacies of the past. The Cold War, with its stark division of the world into capitalist and communist blocs, often obscured a more fundamental truth: the shared humanity that connects us all. This shared humanity, this recognition that we're all part of something larger than ourselves, transcends political ideologies and national borders. Perhaps it's time to move beyond the limitations of these outdated ideologies to embrace a more holistic view of human progress. A view that prioritizes the well-being of all people and the planet we share, rather than prioritizing profit or control. Imagine a world where cooperation replaces competition, where empathy triumphs over suspicion, where diversity is celebrated as a source of strength rather than division. A world where we recognize our interconnectedness and work together to address the challenges facing humanity, from climate change to poverty to the ongoing threat of war. This vision may seem utopian, even naive in our current world of conflict and division. But it's a vision worth striving for, a goal worth fighting for. After all, our future and the future of our planet depends on our ability to transcend our differences and embrace our shared humanity. Germany, standing at the crossroads of history, has a unique opportunity to lead the way towards a more just and sustainable future. Freed from the shackles of its past, reunited and revitalized, Germany can choose to embrace a new path, one that prioritizes peace, cooperation, and the well-being of all. This new path begins with a rejection of the status quo, a willingness to challenge the assumptions that have led to conflict and division. It requires a commitment to diplomacy and dialogue, a belief in the power of communication to bridge divides and foster understanding. Germany can become a beacon of hope, a shining example of what is possible when we choose cooperation over competition, compassion over indifference. By embracing its role as a bridge builder, a mediator between East and West, Germany can help create a world where peace prevails and all people have the opportunity to thrive. The choice is ours. We can cling to the old ways, to the ideologies and systems that have brought us to the brink of disaster, or we can choose a different path, one that leads towards a brighter future for Germany, for Europe, and for all of humanity. Let us choose wisely. In the aftermath of World War II, the idea of transforming Germany into a primarily agrarian society held a certain appeal. Strip away the machinery of war, the industrial might that had fueled so much destruction, and return to a simpler way of life. A Germany of farmers and artisans living in harmony with nature seemed a far cry from the horrors of the recent past. This vision of a pastoral Germany, while appealing, overlooked the complexities of human nature and the geopolitical realities of the post-war world. Could a nation stripped of its industrial capacity truly defend itself in a world where power was still measured in terms of tanks and airplanes? Technology, like a double-edged sword, offers both immense promise and potential peril. Germany, with its rich history of innovation, has long grappled with this duality. The challenge is to harness technology for good, prioritizing ethical considerations and social responsibility. The color of control, unmasking the hidden meanings. Color carries profound symbolic weight, influencing our emotions and perceptions. Consider black in German history, strength and power, but also fear and oppression. It's the color of the Nazi SS uniform and the Iron Cross, symbols of terror. Today, black still holds sway, seen in luxury cars and fashion, but the shadow of the past lingers. Black serves as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of vigilance. Breaking free a vision for a vibrant and independent Germany. Imagine a Germany that has transcended its past and embraced its vibrant identity. A Germany that champions human rights, environmental sustainability, and global justice. This new Germany invests in renewable energy and celebrates its diversity, leading by example. Challenging the narrative, the illusion of division. The enduring narrative of East versus West deserves a closer look. What if this division is more illusion than reality, perpetuated to maintain control? We share the same hopes and fears, connected by our shared humanity. The power of perspective, reframing the East-West paradigm. Imagine viewing Earth from space, seeing our planet as a single, interconnected ecosystem. This shift in perspective transforms our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. It's time to embrace a more inclusive and interconnected worldview. The heart of the matter, shared values, shared destiny. Beneath cultural differences lies a bedrock of shared values that unites us. We all desire peace, security, and well-being for our loved ones. By focusing on what unites us, we can create a more peaceful and just world. Germany's role, a bridge between worlds. Germany, with its unique history, is positioned to bridge the East-West divide. Its economic strength and commitment to cooperation make it a natural leader. Germany can champion a more just and sustainable global order. The United States emerged from World War II as a global superpower. This dominance came at a price, inheriting the mantle of empire from Great Britain. The US has struggled to reconcile its ideals with the realities of wielding power. This tension lies at the heart of America's role in the world today. The cost of empire has been staggering, both in human life and financial resources. The relationship between the United States and Great Britain deserves scrutiny. While sharing deep ties, their interests have often diverged. The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine exemplifies these complex dynamics. Understanding the motivations of various actors requires a nuanced perspective. We stand at a pivotal moment in human history, a time of great potential. The old world order is crumbling and new challenges demand new thinking. We are one human family, sharing a common destiny on this fragile planet. This new future requires a shift in consciousness and leadership grounded in wisdom. The path forward will require courage, vision, and a commitment to our shared humanity. Let us choose love over fear, cooperation over competition, and a shared future for all. Our destinies are intertwined, and the time has come to embrace our shared humanity. Germany has a vital role to play in this collective awakening. By being a bridge builder and champion for peace, Germany can inspire the world. Each of us has the responsibility to challenge narratives of division and build bridges. Let us embrace our shared destiny with courage and wisdom, creating a better future for all.